don't think it matters. And you can certainly put things like you can make the box quite fancy by putting in bits like, you know, the ability to roll up and down in the box, put what do you call those scrolling arrows on the side of it, and different bits and pieces like that. And I might do another tutorial with all of those bits, but for the moment we're just doing a very plain text form. You can also change like the colour of the font, and you know, the colour that they type in I think can even be changed, but you know, you get the box up first. The best idea with code is to start absolutely bog simple. You do it very, very simply, then you type it up, and then you put it back in, you click apply, and you have a look and see if it's working. You see what I mean? Then you add another thing, type it in, save it, copy it into the text area, to the widget thing, press apply, and see if it works. That way you find out where your mistakes are, what they call bugs, in it, and you can find out which one it is. If you go and do a whole bunch of editing and then type it in, or copy and paste it in, you won't know where you've made a mistake. For instance, if you, and sometimes this happens, it certainly happened to me, for instance, I typed, instead of that backspace, I still had my hand on the shift key, and I ended up with a question mark B, which didn't finish off this colour one properly, the bold on the colour. Okay, so now I'll show you what happens when you do that. So I'll copy that in and put it into here, and put it in and apply it, and absolutely bugger all happens. Hang on, well, that's weird. Apply. Okay, nothing happened. Well, they didn't seem to matter. Still ended up the same, but why has that happened? That's very strange. Tracked it down. Okay, just goes to show one can make a mistake very easily. It doesn't appear to be too sensitive to that kind of thing, so to the formatting commands for some reason. But if you take one of the commands like text area, for instance, that one, and we'll just change that to a question mark instead, which can easily happen. Okay, so now we've got, instead of ending the text area command, we've now got that question mark. We go back, copy this in, copy it, and actually I've already changed this. So what happens is you can see that you lose the bottom bit here, which was supposed to have the send form on it, doesn't appear. Whereas if we go back and change that there, zoom up, change it back again, press apply, you can see suddenly it all comes back again. So if you do one by one, that's the way to do it. Okay, that if you do it one by one, if you make a mistake, you can tell because you know which lines you're dealing with that have a problem. Okay, the next one, what have we got to do? Let's have a look. Okay, now each one you put in a different thing. You'll see select name, favorite color, color size 1, and favorite color is what's going to be coming into my email because it's the name, and the size equals 1. Option selected: blue, red, yellow, green, and you can change all of those options to anything you want and include more options if you want in a big drag down text. You can even get, you know, if you want them from a country, you know, you've done those forms and they say select which country you came from, you can cut and paste all the countries in out of those. And in fact, there's a good little trick. If you find a site that's got one of those and you want to know, you want to steal it, which you can, then one of the things you can do is to, when you open up Safari, you can, if you have a look at Safari, you may not know this, but if you go to view and then view source, you'll actually get the whole source of that page will come up in a see the source code. All the source code is there. We go into it. All of the stuff that's made to make that page is there, and that's often a way of finding out, you know, what what's good, you look for one of the text words that you can see. And one of the other lovely things about the beta version of Safari is if you go Control Find on it, you do not Control Command F on it, it produces this nice little find box, and you can go and find, for instance, if you knew that Australia was going to be one, you would type that in and go and look for it, and that would give you the area in the code, and you'd simply cut and copy that piece of code out and slap it into yours, and damn me if it wouldn't work. Well, it would work. So, but on that particular page there is no form, so I'll show you how to do that on another one, I guess. Okay, that incidentally is the HTML goodies page that I'll have a link to on my site, plus this specific code. Now, in the end, finally, there's you've got an input type submit, value equals send it, and that means the input type tells you what it is. That's this one here. After you've written that, send it, and the value is what's going to be on the button itself. Send it. See, send it's there. Okay, so that equates to this. Send it. Input type reset value. Value equals form, the reset form, and that's the one that's written on this one here, reset form. Whatever you type in that, value equals will come out there on the button itself, and it knows, because it's the browser has that built into it. It knows that what reset means. So the input is reset. If it sees reset, it goes off and does this instruction that's already written into the browser. So you don't have to do that. It does its own. Okay, finally at the end, couple of breaks, and then in the end, incredibly important, end the form command. So that's the the / form with the alligators on either side. Whereas that was on the very top of the form. You started form here, and you've got a finished form at the bottom of your text. Now all you do, of course, is once you've got that up and you've bug tested it and checked it out and see if it works, then all you have to do is to hit the text, hit the publish one, and this is what you get. You actually end up with, because I've already published it, he says hopefully, yes I have. There's the form coming up. Here's my form. So put in some bits, a few comments and so forth, favourite colour, green, and send it. Now when I hit send it, what happens, if you look down here, is my mail program just bounced up and down, and there it is. So the gobbledygook crap that I've written here is all there in the mail form. The name, years of mail, the comment, and the favourite colour equals green is all there in the body of the email. It's got a subject, please email me when you have new tutorials, which I'd written in, and it's got my email address. So all they have to do now is to press or hit send, and they're laughing. Okay, so that's pretty cool, isn't it? I mean, you can't complain about that. Well, you could complain about it, but you wouldn't get anywhere. So that's the end of it, guys. I'll do some more on some fiddly bits for forms and so forth, but I reckon that's the simplest way, and I don't particularly like the other way, which is to have it going off to or what they call a server-side mail. I think this is fine, and they can add bits onto it if they want to, rather than just sticking to the form. They can also add a file to it or do whatever they want to. That's normal. Okay, that's it. This is Dave, over and out. Don't forget to come and visit the site at australianmac.com. Don't forget to donate $2 a year if you happen to have $2 on you in your PayPal account. You can do that. I'd really appreciate it. I haven't had any donations for a long time. I know you're not allowed to say this, but if you want to click my ads too, you're only too welcome to, but only click on the ads that really have an interest to you, because otherwise it's cheating the system. We don't want to do that. But there are some very good and interesting ads, particularly about .Mac and so forth, and Google ads. So catch you later on. You take care now. Bye.